Welcome to another episode of NASCAR Power Rankings, where I will be going through the top 10 drivers who are on my list of Power Rankings, giving out some awards, and spinning this 5-wheel. I do think that it is gone 2-0, despite both the drivers it selected not finishing 5th. It selected Joey Logano the first episode, and last episode it cursed SVG. Obviously both of them did not win. Logano ended up crashing out at Atlanta. Shane Van Gisbergen finished second behind Tyler Reddick, which maybe it cursed him to avoid him winning. Let me know in the comments your opinion on that. I personally think its record is 2-0, but let me know what you think the 5-wheels record is, and let's get into the power rankings. The first award I'm going to be giving out is my sleeper of the weekend. That is going to Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs surprised a lot of people, including myself, with how well he performed, finishing with a total of 48 points and finishing within the top 5, which is just insane. To finish that high up, leading at some point, and being up the front the majority of the race, he is my sleeper of the week. The next award I'm going to be giving out is a new one, which is the Gladiator of the Week, and that is going to AJ Allmendinger. Just a great effort. His cool suit was malfunctioning during this race, and he still finished in 9th, which was incredible, and it was a great effort by AJ Allmendinger. I mean, that just proves never giving up, keep fighting, and it resulted in a top 10 finish for AJ Allmendinger and for Colleague Racing. At number 10, I have Kyle Larson. Just a great result for him. He ended up finishing 6th in this race, just constantly up the front, doing what he needed to do to get a solid result. And he did enough to earn number 10 on my list. At number 9, I have William Byron. Just a pretty decent result. I mean, he was pretty much in the mid-pack for the majority of this race, then up the front, and then eventually settled in for a top 15 finish. Just a pretty good result, and not a really bad one either, which is why he is no higher up on the list and why he is my number 9. At number 8, I have AJ Allmendinger. At number 8, I have AJ Allmendinger. Just a great fighting and a great result for Colleague Racing to finish 9th. While his cool suit was malfunctioning, he was later treated at the Infield Care Center after he finished the race. He was taken on a stretcher to the care center, but it was reported he is all right. Just a great result, finishing inside the top 10, finishing 9th with a total of 43 points. Just a great result for AJ and for Colleague Racing. At number 7, I have Shane Van Gisbergen. Just a great result. I mean, his racecraft, we know on the road courses, is easily the best overall in the entire field. And for Tyler Reddick to hold him off for a while is a pretty remarkable effort. And Shane Van Gisbergen, just an unbelievable drive as always when he's on a road course. It honestly surprised me that he didn't get the win, especially because he did win the O'Reilly race on Saturday, which made me think he is easily the favorite to win this race. He was already the favorite going into this weekend, but obviously we know the 5-wheel ended up cursing him, and just in reality 23-11, just unbelievable. So still a great result, and now he is 5th in the point standings, which I don't think anyone saw coming after 3 weeks. At number 6, I have Joey Logano. Just a pretty average day, which is why he has stayed in the same position that he is from last week. Just a pretty average day. Finished in the top 15. Nothing really much to say other than a pretty decent result for finishing in the top 15, and that's why he's no higher and no lower on the list. At number 5, I have Denny Hamlin. Just a pretty good result. Finished in the top 10, and just a good result. But other drivers had better results in my power rankings, which is why he has also stayed in the same position that he did last week. But no disrespect, just a pretty good result for Denny Hamlin, and that is why he is no higher and no lower on the list. At number 4, I have Bubba Wallace. He has gone down on this list because he ended up finishing 11th in this race. Not only that, but he was pretty much slightly at the front, but in the mid-pack as well, which is why he has gone down a bit, because there were other drivers that did better than him this week, and that is why he is at number 4. But still a pretty good result for 23XI and Bubba Wallace. But there were just other drivers that I'm going to get here in a bit to talk about that were better than Bubba this week. At number 3, I have Ryan Blaney. A very good result for that number 12 car and Ryan Blaney to finish in the top 10. Pretty decent result to finish in the top 10, and was constantly up the front pretty much the entire race, it seemed like. And that is why he is my number 3. At number 2, I have Chase Elliott. He ended up finishing 7th in this race, which doesn't really tell you the full story. He had a very good day, constantly up the front, and was leading laps, was just a constant threat up front for quite the majority of the race, and to finish where he did was very good for him and that Hendrick number 9, which is why he is my number 2. And finally, my number 1, it's no surprise, it is Tyler Reddick. He did what no driver has ever done before: win the first 3 races of the NASCAR season. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable drives in all 3 events. I mean, Daytona, he was there, right place, right time. Similar story for Atlanta, involved in a wreck, and he still won the race. Coda, though, he was just there. He was there pretty much the entire race, and holding off Shane Van Gisbergen is not an easy task, especially on a road course. Just an unbelievable drive from Tyler Reddick in all 3 weeks, and we'll see what he can do in Phoenix. Obviously, Phoenix is not his greatest track, but we said that about pretty much the plate tracks, which he is decent on, but obviously he has won both Daytona and Atlanta, and he just ended up winning COTA. So, I mean, finishing first at Phoenix will be not an easy task. To win the first 4 races, that is going to be amazing, and that'd be the first time in quite some time. I believe the last person to win 4 races in a row was Jimmy Johnson, but he did not do it the first 4 races of the season. So it'll be interesting to see if Tyler Reddick can do that, but we'll see if he's able to. Now it's that time. We get to spin this 5-wheel. As you can see, nothing has changed apart from the fact that it is a new week. Let's give it a spin. Let's see who's it selecting. Who are you selecting? It's cursing Fox's coverage. Fox's coverage. 5-wheel. You're cursing Fox's coverage. Well, the Fox coverage was pretty decent at COTA. Not the greatest, but I mean, we have to give it another spin. It has to be a driver, so it's cursed Fox's coverage. Which driver do you think it'll be? Let's see. Let's see. Number 6, Joey Logano. Again? What do you have against Joey Logano? 2 times in 3 weeks you have chosen Joey Logano. Well, the wheel has spoken. It's cursed Fox's coverage and Joey Logano. We'll see if Fox's coverage gets cursed by the 5-wheel and if Joey Logano as well. We'll see. Does it go 2 for 2, 1 for 2, or does it get any of them right? Let me know, and I'll see you next week for another episode of Power Rankings.